my name is Krystal Kelly, and in this video I just wanted to share a little bit of backstory about myself, but also how I came to meet Sherry at Horse Feathers, and again just a little bit about myself and Horse Feathers. So my name is Krystal Kelly. I am a certified FEI Level 2 show jumping coach, and an FEI Level 2 coach means basically I was coaching students to jump over 1.30 meters. I was tested for this in Zambia and in Greece. This is a certification in Europe. And so I have actually traveled and worked with horses in over 20 different countries. I've actually traveled to 60 countries, but I've worked professionally with horses in 20 countries on 5 different continents. And then I also have an online coaching business. So I travel the world and I give clinics sometimes, and I coach a lot of students on the internet. I also have an Amazon Prime series called Equestrian Adventuresses, as well as our Riding Across Ireland Amazon Prime series. So I travel the world a lot. I meet a lot of students. I've worked with a lot of students and a lot of horses in a variety of disciplines. So I've worked with polo ponies, I've worked with endurance horses and endurance riders, and I've also worked with show jumpers, dressage horses, and eventers. So I've kind of been everywhere, done everything at this point, and I really enjoy teaching students and helping students learn the art of horse riding. So hopefully you will enjoy this program, which I have put together for you with the help of Horse Feathers. And I am again looking forward to getting to know you guys more, if you join my group or maybe you follow my YouTube channel already. So yeah, just feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have any questions. I also do weekly Q&A videos. So at any time, if you feel you get stuck, then I am always there to help you. Now, during my travels, I've also started a lot of riding programs. I implemented a lot of riding schools in countries where they didn't even have horses. So, for example, in Bhutan, and also I worked in India for a period of time. And I was bringing in like architects and designers to design the arenas and the stables and train all of the horses and the staff. So I was managing a lot of clubs, and I was working professionally with horses for the past 15 years. So my point is, I've been able to professionally work with horses around the world, and this is definitely a career that if you love horses, it's an option for you too. So, you can always go to different riding programs and colleges and schools and get educated. And I just wanted to point out that, there is an actual career with horses. You can do this full time for a living, so don't be discouraged. If this is something that you love doing, then working here and learning and volunteering or, practicing and getting educated, that is definitely the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your future if working with horses as a career is something you are interested in. The story of how I come to meet Sherry at Horse Feathers, it's a little bit of a tragedy, to be honest, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but basically I'm from California originally, but for a short period of my life, I lived in Oklahoma. I was, 17. I went to Oklahoma my senior year of high school, and I stayed in Oklahoma for 2 years. And there's actually an equestrian, VOTEC school that I attended there. So I stayed for 2 years to kind of complete that program. And while I was there, I did actually have my own horse who unfortunately got sick, and he got sick with a disease in Oklahoma known as EPM. It's not a very pretty thing, and unfortunately the vet that I had called to come and check on him didn't really know exactly what it was. And I was 18 years old, 19 years old at the time. I didn't have very much money. I was already working 2 jobs and going to school, and so, he unfortunately had this illness and nobody could tell me what it was, and he had it for a very long period of time, and it just kept deteriorating and deteriorating. And so I had found Sherry at Horse Feathers and reached out to her, and she had kind of agreed to take in my horse to see if we could try and treat him with medicines. First we needed to test him to see what was wrong with him, and then we had to try and come up with a treatment plan. And anyways, at the end of the day, it didn't work, and he had this disease, unfortunately, too long that it completely shut down, his nervous system. So he had to be put down. Not a very good story, as I said. But, because of that, I did get to know Sherry, and I was traveling, when I could to Horse Feathers often. And then after that, so basically I left Oklahoma. I went to an equestrian college in West Virginia, and that's where I went to get certified in the USA for a variety of different things with horses. And during that time, I always knew I was going to work internationally with horses, and Sherry and I kind of kept in contact with each other, which, I mean, she's just a friendly person. Like, she does that with all of her working students. She's always messaging and contacting and keeping up to date with everyone. So, once you kind of are in the Horse Feathers family, I think, like, you're there for life. So anyways, we kept in touch, and I continued to travel around the world working with horses in a variety of countries. And, because I do have some family in the U.S., most of my family was in California, but, I always intended on coming once a year or every 2 years to visit my family. So I would usually coordinate with Sherry and then maybe do a clinic at Horse Feathers every year or every couple of years. And, since then we've always kind of stayed in contact. So I do try and come to Horse Feathers. I mean, semi-regularly, when I can. Obviously, it depends on things and the situation and everything. But I like to come and visit and help out when I can, and then work with some of the working students, help out with some of the horses, and then, like I said, offer some clinics. Like last time I was there, we did a yoga for horse riders clinic, and, we do a lot of fun stuff there. So I've seen Horse Feathers. I mean, that was, oh gosh, that was like 12 years ago or something that I personally had met Sherry and was at Horse Feathers the very first time. So in the past, 10 or 12 years, I've visited obviously multiple times after that. And so, I'm pretty up to speed. I've seen like the new beautiful arena, which I'm super excited that you guys have access to, and, all of the tack room and all of these wonderful things. When I was there for many years, they didn't have any of that stuff. So it's really cool how much they've progressed, and to see how Horse Feathers has changed. And then, of course, all of the horses that they have adopted out and rescued because of their movement and their mission. So that is something that, I think is super fantastic, and I'm excited to be a part of. And I also hope that you are also very excited to be a part of this family and, this kind of tribe. So Horse Feathers Equine Center was formerly known as Horse Feathers Equine Rescue, and it's located in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Since 2006, Horse Feathers Equine Center has rescued, adopted, and cared for many horses that were received either from, animal cruelty cases, or, maybe owner surrenders, a little bit like in my situation where I just genuinely couldn't afford my horse's medication, or the horses were just like abandoned. So you're going to get a variety of horses at a variety of, maybe they have a lot of medical issues, but maybe they also have a lot of emotional issues. So, you never know what you're going to get. You never know how long the horses are going to be there. Some horses are there for life. That's one thing. But, you do get a lot of horses coming and going, and, you almost, I mean, hopefully you never see the same horse twice. The horses get adopted out and have a happy, loving, caring home. But because of that, you are going to be around horses that need your attention. They need your care. You need to make sure that they're not lame, or they don't have any injuries, and that they are happy, and that you are, brushing them, and that they're happy to be around you, and that they're getting exercise, and that they are able to be adopted out. Horse Feathers, it's very important to Horse Feathers and to their mission and to Sherry and like the whole tribe at Horse Feathers. It's so important to help educate people, because obviously horses won't need to be rescued if people know how to care for them properly and know how to treat the animals correctly, and don't sort of outmatch themselves with the horse that they are not capable of working with or training. So education of horse care is a huge part of their mission, and that is partially why, Sherry and I have put together this online training program for you guys. This is not something you're going to see at other stables. This is like a super unique thing that we have kind of combined our forces to create for you, because again, I think education is key, and it's so important for our sake, but also for the horses' sake, that we learn how to care for them properly, how to lunge them correctly, how to ride them correctly. Like, everything we do affects our horses in a huge way. So that is kind of why this course came to be, and hopefully you're going to find a lot of value from this course. There's a lot of non-riding related tasks and things that you can do, which again you can apply if you go to work with horses at other stables or as a career. And then also you're going to learn like valuable information about working with horses, and the type of chores that you need to be doing, and the type of ways that you need to be working with the horses, how to correctly lunge them or lead them, how to do all of the things which they might seem like basic tasks, but to be honest, there's so many people that don't know how to do it correctly. So that is why with this program, I have done, all of the videos in a way where I try and break it down and I try and explain it to you what from a professional standpoint, like if I'm running a professional writing club and you want to come work for me, I need to know that you can do these things and do these things to a high level and to a high quality. It's not that, oh, this is a rescue horse, stables and it doesn't matter. No, these horses need to be treated with respect and cared for. And this is a, professional stables. It's way more relaxed than, at a competition yard. You're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, and you're going to get to experiment and practice and learn. Whereas in a lot of, horse jobs, they don't really have time to teach you. And it's either you know how to do it, or either you get out the way and you're just not going to survive in that kind of industry, basically. So, this program is really going to give you like the 101, how to actually do everything and do everything to an amazing standard, so you can actually take these skills, use them on your own horses, or use them in future jobs, use them, during your studies, like whatever. These are life skills that I want to give you. So thank you so much for, coming and working with Horse Feathers, and I'm super excited, as I, mentioned before, to get to know you a little bit closer. You could always reach out to me. I'm always available to answer any questions you might have. And then you have access to all of these videos. Like, go and watch them 5 times, 10 times if you need to. Don't just let this training material go to waste. Like, actually, take charge, watch the videos, practice the exercises in real life. Like, grab the halter, go to the stables, and practice these things which we are teaching you. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside.